Hey guys, my name is Ryan and credit cards are powerful tools. A lot of people seem to think that they're dangerous and that credit cards are traps that make you go broke. But honestly, that's understandable because according to CNBC, almost 50% of all Americans are carrying some sort of credit card debt. This means that there's a good chance that you know a lot of people that have credit card debt right now, and that can be scary to hear. You don't have to fall into this category though, because there is a right way that you can use credit cards to your advantage and be smart with them. When used correctly, credit cards can help you make money and get free stuff when using them, and that sounds a lot better than having credit card debt. I've been able to get some really cool stuff using credit cards, and I'm going to be sharing these tips and tricks with you throughout this video. So without further ado, we're going to talk about how exactly credit cards work, why I stopped using cash to pay for things, and how you can get some free stuff and awesome rewards using credit cards. Please watch this video until the end, even if it's at 1.5x speed, because I'll also be going over some of my favorite cards to use for these rewards too. But if you want to be one of my favorite viewers, please hit that like button and subscribe because it really helps me out, and I would really appreciate if you took 1 second of your time to do so. Also, I know that I haven't posted in a little while, but there have been more important things going on in the world. I took a little break to focus on more important issues that we face and must continue fighting for. But I want to give a huge thank you to everyone watching because we hit 150 subscribers last week. Thank you so much for your support and for watching these videos. We hit 100 subscribers overnight after I posted this video, so this is a bit overdue, but thank you so much for 150 and for helping out this channel. I really appreciate it. So my name is Ryan and I work a regular 9-to-5 job in tech consulting. While I'm no expert, I've gotten quite a bit of experience in using credit cards, both for fun and for work. So let's talk about these evil credit cards that everyone seems to hate. If you go to the store and buy something with physical cash, your money is gone once you hand it to the cashier. Once you spend it, it's gone. The same principle applies to debit cards too. Your debit card is connected to a checking account, and as soon as you swipe it, the balance of your account goes down immediately. When people use the phrase pay with cash, they are referring to buying something with either physical money or a debit card because it is an instantaneous transaction. However, credit cards work a little differently. When you buy something with a credit card, your bank account doesn't drop at all. In fact, none of your money is affected in the moment. When you buy with credit, you are really using the credit card company's money to pay for whatever you're buying. The idea is that you're borrowing this money with the intention of paying the credit card company back. But this is where a lot of people mess up. Because if a stranger gave you $100 to spend on something, would you want to pay them back? Heck no, if someone gave me $100, I would want to spend it freely. These credit card companies allow you to buy stuff with their money because they expect you to pay them back. But there is a catch. If you can't pay them back or pay off your card in time, you'll be punished with interest, which is an extra charge that you're forced to pay if you can't pay off your card. This alone is the reason that people hate credit cards. You're using borrowed money or debt to buy stuff and you get charged if you can't afford to pay it off. So you might be thinking, why would you buy stuff that you can't afford? Because it's tempting and it's so easy to do it. For example, let's say that you get approved for a credit card and your credit line or money limit is $1,000. This means that with that credit card, you can buy up to $1,000 worth of stuff every month, and it doesn't matter if you have $1, $100, $1,000, or even $1 million in the bank. If you only have a few $100s saved up and you spend $1,000 on that credit card, you won't have enough to pay it off when the bill comes at the end of the month. Hi, excuse me, Mr. Credit Card Company? I don't have enough money to pay off my card this month. Is that okay with you? Of course. You know what? Just forget about the difference and I'll take care of it. Really? Nope, unless you smash the like button because it really helps me out. Unfortunately, credit card companies are not forgiving, and anything you can't pay off will roll over into the next month. But the worst part is that this amount will have interest on it, so you'll owe even more money than what you couldn't afford in the first place. If that's the case, why would anyone want to use credit cards to pay for stuff? Like what I mentioned earlier, almost half of Americans are carrying some sort of credit card debt, and according to Wallet Hub, the average household's credit card balance is about $8,500. That is thousands of dollars accumulating interest and making it harder and harder for people to pay off their credit card debt. One of the most famous financial experts around is named Dave Ramsey, and he despises credit cards, but for good reason. One of his mottos is that cash is king, and that credit cards rob people and cause them to drown in debt, but we see that happening in the statistics I just mentioned. Now, this is gonna sound controversial, but I never pay with cash, only credit cards. And if you're wondering about this video in the title, the dealership wouldn't let me use a credit card, but more on that later. Before I get flamed in the comment section, let me tell you why I never pay with cash anymore, and why it might be better that you don't either. But a quick disclaimer is that I am not a financial advisor or a financial professional in any means. I'm just a guy on YouTube, and these are my opinions for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. I don't use cash, and I only pay for things using credit cards because I treat my credit cards like they're cash in the first place. The previous example that I mentioned was that you got approved for a credit card with a $1,000 limit, which means you can buy up to $1,000 worth of stuff every month. But with all of my credit cards, I don't look at the limit at all. Instead, I look at my bank account and see how much money I actually have to spend. While it's super tempting and honestly really easy to run up a credit card to the limit, that's a surefire way to spend your way into debt and become a debt statistic yourself. Every month, I make a budget and I figure out how much money I have to work with. From there, I always keep this limit in mind and stay below this limit. Whatever I need and want to buy, I use my credit cards to pay, but you might be wondering, why not just use a debit card if I'm already acting like it's cash? There are two reasons: safety and rewards. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that paying with cash is an instantaneous transaction. As soon as you hand over your physical money or swipe your debit card, it's gone or subtracted from your bank account immediately. While this is easier to keep track of how much you have, what if you lose your wallet? If you have a bunch of bills in your wallet and someone steals it, you're never getting that money back. If you lose your debit card and someone finds it, they can also swipe it indefinitely until it hits $0. But remember, when you pay with a credit card, you're technically borrowing the credit card company's money to pay for whatever you're buying. This means that even if someone steals your wallet and uses your credit card, your money is not directly affected because it's the credit card company's money instead. Credit cards also have a better security system in place because you can monitor everything it is being swiped for. If something doesn't look right or you didn't buy something, you can call up the credit card company to have them investigate and remove the charge, all without your actual money being touched. I would love if you gently touch the like button down below if you're enjoying this video so far though. In a way, credit cards kind of act like a shield for your money because you're not technically spending your own money until it's time to pay them off at the end of the month. I treat them like cash, but with the added protection of not using my own cash, temporarily at least. But now, let's talk about the second reason why I use credit cards, which is definitely the most fun: rewards. These rewards are how you can get free stuff and even make some money. Unlike cash and debit cards, credit cards usually have some sort of reward or incentive attached to them because credit card companies want you to use their cards. This could be in the form of cashback or a reward point system, but the point is that credit cards offer some sort of prize when you use them to buy anything. Let's talk about what kind of free stuff you can get and why you would want to do this. For example, let's say that you spend $300 a month on groceries. If you pay for your groceries with cash or debit card, then that's it. You buy them and then you're done. But now, let's say that you have a credit card that gives you 1% back. Voice crack. But now, let's say that you have a credit card that gives you 1% back on all purchases. If you buy those same groceries for $300 on your credit card, getting 1% back means that you're getting $3 back. And while that's not a huge amount, think of it like getting a 1% discount on everything you buy. This same system applies to credit cards that offer points or traveler miles too, just a different kind of incentive than cash back. Even though these aren't huge prizes, you're still getting something small back instead of getting nothing like if you were to use cash. But let's talk about the best way to get free stuff and make money off of credit cards, what's known as the sign-up bonus. Credit card companies will advertise their cards with a big prize to get people's attention and to hopefully get them to sign up and apply for them. These prizes are usually big sums of cash back, reward points, or traveler miles in exchange for spending a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. But this is how a lot of people get trapped. People see the sign-up bonus and they want the prize attached, but they don't think about how much they need to spend to hit the bonus, and more importantly, if they can actually afford it or not. But if you know how to plan around a sign-up bonus and budget accordingly, you can cash out and make a lot of money. Let me show you how. The most important rule of credit cards is to treat them like cash and to never spend more than you have just because you can. But you can take advantage of these bonuses if you know that you have an expensive purchase coming up. One of the cards that I own is the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and the sign-up bonus is that I would get $200 back if I spent $500 in the first 3 months of owning the card. I was planning on buying my mom a new iPhone for her birthday, so I opened up this credit card, used it to pay for the phone, and got $200 back as a sign-up bonus. Because I knew that the phone was going to cost more than $500, I opened up the credit card because I knew that I would be able to hit the sign-up bonus and effectively get a $200 discount with the cash back. While I could have used the card that I already own, the idea is that I am using money that I already intend on spending, but I'm getting an extra reward I wouldn't have gotten otherwise if I didn't open up a new card and hit the sign-on bonus. Another sign-up bonus I got was with the Chase United Explorer Mileage Plus card. I currently use a MacBook Pro 16-inch laptop, but previously I was using this MacBook Pro from 2012. When it was time to upgrade and I was looking around for laptops, I knew that buying a new MacBook Pro would be expensive. But using the same mindset as before, I opened up a credit card, bought the laptop with it, and hit the sign-up bonus for something I was already planning on buying. Because the Chase United Explorer is a travel credit card, the sign-up bonus combined with my existing United miles now lets me fly to Japan in business class for free. That's right, a free international flight in business class. I've gotten cash back, airline miles, and was even able to fly to Singapore for free last year using Chase reward points, just by strategically opening up credit cards when I knew I had a big purchase coming up and hitting the sign-up bonus attached. If you're interested in either of these credit cards, I have links to both of them in the description below. Like I mentioned before, I always make a budget so that I don't overspend on any credit cards, and so that I can plan around big purchases so that I can make money and get rewards. But you should never apply for a credit card just because you want the sign-up bonus, but you don't have enough money to pay it off, or you have to go out of your way to use more money than you are planning on spending. Treat your credit card like cash. Don't buy what you can't afford, and enjoy all the extra rewards you can get from sign-up bonuses and everyday spending. I hope this video is helpful in explaining how credit cards work, why they're useful, and how you can actually make money and get great rewards. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people, and I would really appreciate it too. Please leave a comment down below if you had any questions or any thoughts on anything I talked about, and please subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future too. If you want 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400, click the link below for Webull because they're doing a special promotion when you deposit $100 or more. There's also a link down below for M1 Finance if you're interested in fractional shares and getting $10. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you stay financially fashionable. There's a really loud argument going on outside, and I'm not sure when they're gonna stop.